Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude here in my car. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed yet, please think about doing so and make sure you tap that bell icon so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video. Also, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, watch this video all the way till the end, because at the end of every single video, in case you don't know, I have a joke. So, today we're going to check one out from The Darkest Secret. This is 10 scary ghost videos that will convince you that the paranormal exists. Do you think it does? I do. So let's check this out.
Impossible and inexplicable faces, a real ghost captured on a bench, and even the first positions that will paralyze you. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what awaits you in this investigation. Because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is
The Darkest
Secret. Today we present extreme horror videos that will convince you that the paranormal exists.
Gotta have my
Number 10.
Diet Pepsi shot.
The footage in charge of starting our investigation is curious for several reasons. First, I do not know anything about its origin or context. I don't see why this family is gathered, but from the look on their faces, nothing good was happening. There is also someone taking photos, but they are not celebrating. Something happened.
Yeah, it looks sad.
Something that has them all very worried. Maybe someone died, or someone disappeared. Perhaps a crime occurred in the neighborhood, and the police questioned them. I don't know. The only thing that is known is that behind them you can barely see a creepy and pale face.
See it again. Doesn't look creepy. It looks like a woman. I think somebody probably passed, and that's just a little bit of energy that's left over.
As seen in the image, after one of them moves to the side, you can see the look of a completely disproportionate and somewhat disfigured face, as if it were a mask or something similar. The woman in the background claims that at that moment no one was behind her. Therefore, any attempt at a possible montage is completely ruled out.
But why are
What
they
do you
there?
think
If she
happened
claims
here? Could that face
nothing
be
was
the
behind her,
answer
you
to why
said she
everyone looks so
you didn't know anything
serious?
about him.
Tell me what you believe.
I believe if it's real, it's just some kind of residual energy left over.
Number 9.
That's what I think.
The following video was published on the internet by an account specialized in sharing images of large ships and maritime vessels. In it, you can see a cemetery of old cruise ships, rusty and abandoned on a beach somewhere in Turkey. However, there is something else that draws attention.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice it?
Yeah.
I know that it is difficult to capture it at first. However, it is enough to zoom in to realize the presence of what appears to be a person inside one of the boats. As I told you before, these ships are completely disabled. No one is allowed to be there, nor are there stairs or ramps that allows access to them, since according to what they say, being inside is extremely dangerous. They are old, rusty, deteriorated ships. One wrong step and you could fall from a lethal height. Reasons that without a doubt make what was captured on camera much more intriguing. How did it get there? Is it a person? Or do you think it's something else? Give me your opinion.
I'm going to say, in my opinion,
Number 8.
it's just a person. But I don't know.
The following clip was recorded by a mother whose objective was to capture her 2 young children playing with a Chucky doll. However, a strange movement of the doll would put one of the minors on alert. Pay attention.
Did Will Man tripping, or did this Chucky doll move?
Right there, the head moved.
Although the girl doesn't notice anything strange, the boy's expression suggests that something absolutely out of the ordinary had just happened. If you look closely, it seems as if the doll suddenly took on a life of its own, moving its head with absolute freedom.
I think she did it
A noticeable
accidentally.
and almost natural movement that was clearly noticed by the minor who was near.
Her hand's close to it, her left hand. I think she accidentally did it. She could have done it with her thumb.
If you notice, the girl was distracted with her cell phone in her hands. So, how does the doll manage to move on its own? Could there be some trick?
It's her
Or do
thumb.
you think we
Her
witnessed
thumb's just moving
an
it.
inexplicable event? Comment below.
It's kind of creepy, but I don't believe it.
Number 7. From the south of Chile, we received this footage where the man you see on the screen, who works as a firefighter, records himself cooking his dinner inside his barracks. However, that recording that he uploaded to his social networks was marked by an inexplicable situation that occurred behind that door. What did his camera record? I will let the clip run to see if you can manage to catch it the first time.
Is it those 2 lights up on top? Is she going to say their eyes or something? I don't think that's anything.
The situation is so subtle that it is barely noticeable. However, by paying attention, you will notice that next to the handle of that door, some disturbing and pale fingers peek out.
Oh, I didn't
Can
see
you
that.
see them?
Yeah, I do now.
The man says that that door leads to a closed patio inside the barracks, making it impossible for anyone to have been there. However, with the same confidence, he also clarifies that strange things have been found in there, such as dead birds and kitchen cabinets completely open. Could there be any relationship between those episodes with what we just saw on the screen?
Okay,
Let me know
now
what you think.
that one's kind of creepy. I like that one.
6.
that could be something.
Imagine you are driving at night, and suddenly, as you pass through a park, you come across this.
Yeah, it just kind of vanished. Like a mist in the form of a human.
You would surely have looked twice, since the first time you would think you were just imagining things. That's what happened to the authors of this footage. They thought they were imagining things, but when they reviewed the video, they quickly realized that it was actually there. A kind of blurred smoke that suddenly took on a certain shape, resembling a person sitting on that bench. How can this occur? Could it be a ghost? Although this is a real possibility, other hypothetical theories cannot be ruled out. In a capricious and fortuitous way, it is the same environment that has formed the image. There is also the possibility of a reflection of light. Or perhaps it is part of a tree branch. Could these explanations be more rational than the presence
it could be,
of
but
a
it
spectral
looks
entity?
more like a ghost to me.
Hypothesis that without a doubt open the possibility for an intense debate. Number 5.
I think it's more likely to be something paranormal. That one, I believe.
The goal of the following footage was to advertise a beautiful house that was for sale in Japan. However, the thousands of comments that this footage has received are not related to the house itself, but to the disturbing apparitions that can be seen along the tour. Subtle apparitions that, if you are perceptive, I challenge you to discover. Pay attention.
Here's what $760 gets you in Fukuoka, Japan. Now today we have a classic Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of 12万円. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores. And just a 5-minute bike ride, you are at the train station. So you're easily able to get to the center of the city. Lovely little kitchen area, and lots of kitchen storage with this built-in cabinet. Next we have this interesting little room here, which could easily be an office or gaming room. And it wouldn't be a Japanese home without very steep stairs. Also, don't forget to check out my apartment tour playlist. And upstairs we have one more tatami room. If you've never been around tatami mats, they put off a very nice smell. And here we have a room with a hardwood floor. There's not much of a view, but you do have wonderful natural lighting. I lived in Seattle for many years, and I am traumatized, and I need all the natural light I can get. Also, if you're someone with a car or planning to get a car, this house comes with a parking spot. Classic toilet. Also, mind you, the toilet has a sink on the back. I think many people don't realize that. And last, a classic Japanese bathroom. So what do you think of this house? Would you live here?
Well,
did you see any phenomena?
I didn't see shit.
If so, how many did you discover?
None.
In the description, the young man who took the tour claims that he was alone there at all times. In addition, he affirms that the area is quiet, which is why he also completely rules out the presence of vagrants who have entered illegally. I only saw this once.
I didn't see that at all.
But if there is
till
any
just
other
now.
one, please leave it in the comments. I will replay the video with color correction.
Here's what $760 gets you in Fukuoka, Japan. Now today we have a classic Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room.
Okay,
this house
barely.
will run you a monthly rent of 12万円. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores. And just a 5-minute bike ride, you are at the train station. So you're easily able to get to the center of the city. Lovely little kitchen area, and lots of kitchen storage with this built-in cabinet. Next we have this interesting little room here, which could easily be an office or gaming room. And it wouldn't be a Japanese home without very steep stairs. Also, don't forget to check out my apartment tour playlist. And upstairs we have one more tatami room. If you've never been around tatami mats, they put off a very nice smell. And here we have a room with a hardwood floor. There's not much of a view, but you do have.
I've still only seen the one image, the one person standing there.
I need all the natural light I can get. Also, if you're someone with a car or planning to get a car, this house comes with a parking spot, classic toilet. Also, mind you, the toilet has a sink on the back. I think many people don't realize that. And last, a classic Japanese bathroom. So, what do you think of this house? Would you live here?
Right
Could all
there.
those shadows and silhouettes belong to ghostly entities? Let me know your thoughts.
I only saw one. Let me know in the
Number
comments if
4.
you saw more than that one really big dude standing there.
Carlos Diaz, a faithful subscriber, wrote to my email with a hint of concern due to strange events that recently have been happening in his home. A dense and unbreathable environment. The inexplicable switching on of devices in his home, and the mysterious behavior of his cat made him acquire some cameras to see if they captured anything strange. Only one night passed, and the next day, Carlos came across this disturbing evidence. Pay attention.
Is it an orb or something? Something kind of at the top of the screen, towards the middle, now to the right a little bit, back towards the middle, back to the right. I don't know. Maybe a bug on the lens. Or dust. It really looks like it could be dust. Animal walking in, a cat. The cat's noticing it. Yeah, the cat don't like it. That makes me a little bit more thinking it might be something.
In the first instance, our
it.
subscriber did not give it much importance, ensuring that what moves in the image was simply dirt. However, doubts began when they realized when the previous night he had left the doors and windows closed, and as can be seen, the fan was turned off, so there was no air current at the time that this was captured. How is it that the lens, which even appears to have intelligent movement, remains suspended in the air, moving from one place to another?
Yeah.
Furthermore,
And
its movement is odd,
the cat noticed
since
it.
it always remains in the same position. Do you notice that? But even more intriguing is the reaction of his pet. The cat seems to feel the presence of something that worries it.
Yeah, when it leaves.
In fact, in the end,
It avoids
the
it
cat
completely.
runs as if it were escaping. Could it really be a piece of lint? What advice would you give to Carlos if you were in his place? Express it in the comment box.
No advice, just don't worry about it.
Number 3.
I don't think it's there to hurt.
In this position, we come across another intriguing footage, captured by a surveillance camera installed at the entrance to a park. Device that one night in the middle of winter captured the presence of a person entering the place. However, just moments later, something extremely inexplicable would occur.
Oh, they disappeared. That could be faked.
In principle, the situation is quite normal. However, the enigma begins when this person simply vanishes without leaving any trace. Could it be an error in the image? Although sometimes the darkness of the night makes us see things that are not there. In this case, it is striking that despite the speed that the subject was in, it is not leaving marks in the snow. Do you realize that? How is it that strong and powerful footsteps do not leave visible footprints? Could this be an indication that we are in the presence of a ghost?
Could also
Give me your hypothesis.
It could be that they put it in afterwards.
Number 2.
It's not even there.
The following footage was captured in Spain by a man who, upon returning home, notices that the environment is lighter than normal, despite it being nighttime. A situation that went from strange to practically terrifying when in the sky he saw this disturbing phenomenon.
Wow. Looks almost like a doorway, like someone coming through a doorway. Or a window opening.
Obviously, that does not correspond to a sunset.
No.
Nor are we talking about the contrail of an airplane. The powerful light seemed to come from the surface, projecting with great power among the clouds, which were surely several kilometers high. Do you know of any high-power spotlight that produces this effect in the sky?
That's
The other thing
I've never
that draws
seen anything like
attention
it.
are the strange vertical and parallel lines that form, as if they were projecting some type of figure, like a kind of sign or something similar. Until now, no one knows the origin of this strange lighting. So the mystery of its origin and why it appeared in this place is a true mystery. Number
I believe
1.
that one's paranormal. If it wasn't messed with.
We conclude this recording with for Agustin Garro was his uncle's genuine encounter with a paranormal entity. In his email, he tells us that his uncle worked as a caretaker at the Villa Mercedes Municipal Cemetery in Argentina, and that one night, after hearing the screams and laughter of children inside the cemetery, he took his cell phone to record a small clip of the moment. He would be greatly surprised when the next day, while watching the replay, he realized that he was meters away from something completely disturbing. What is it about? Pay attention.
Oh, okay. Saw something fall behind there. It's like it was ducking.
Did you notice it? When panning with the
Yeah.
camera, you notice that something is hiding behind a crypt, as if trying to hide from the focus of the camera. What could that be?
That could be an owl or something.
Our subscriber says that the cemetery is completely closed at night and that no one can enter the place without the corresponding authorization. But without a doubt, the mysterious thing is that according to his story, his relative had heard children playing and shouting in the vicinity of the area. Something that, if you look closely, due to its size, seems to coincide with the presence that is hidden behind the tomb.
No, I think it's an owl.
Could what was captured on camera be the spirit of a child? If you think of any other hypothesis that explains this recording, please leave it in the comment box, because this video has come to an end.
Well, that was a pretty cool video, I thought. I liked almost everything on there, and I hadn't seen any of them. That last one, I think that was just an owl or a bird or something, but who knows? I wasn't there. Now, I want you to tell me what you thought of that and leave your comments down below. Now it's time for a joke. Who was the fattest knight at the round table? Circumference.